Hi, Dolly friends. This is Kitty,
And I'm Totty.
and welcome to Little Bottle Nursery. Our channel is dedicated to our love of dolls and creating fun and positivity in the doll hobby. So stick around and have some dolly fun. Hi, Dolly friends. Happy Sunday. Thank you for taking time out of your day to stop by. If you're new here today, welcome. My name is Kitty. Please say hi down in the comments section below. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to our channel, like this video if you enjoy it, and click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time we upload new content. We have finished week 1 of our fun new challenge that we are setting ourselves. If you're new to the channel, we're doing a Dolly Outfit of the Day daily challenge leading up to Mother's Day. What do we say, Anastasia? We say, hooray, hooray! 1 week down, 1 week to go. Look, I want to thank all our Dolly friends in the community who have gotten on board with this challenge. We really appreciate you tagging us into your videos, and we have started watching your videos this week. They've been lots of fun. In our day 1 video, we explain in a lot more detail about the challenge, and I will include a link in the description box below if you're interested in joining in on the fun. As I said before, it's 14 days of fun, and it really doesn't matter when you start or finish the challenge. I've discussed some really interesting topics during the challenge, and it's been wonderful to get feedback from our viewers. Thank you so much for taking the time to comment. It's been an absolute delight to get to know you better and to get to know what you like about doll collecting. It's Sunday here in Australia, so I'm keeping today's video pretty simple and sweet because I'm going to tell you the story about how this little dolly came to join our nursery. So Anastasia, whom I also affectionately call Annie, she's a reborn toddler doll, and she is my all-time favourite reborn sculpt. She is the Betty sculpt by Natalie Blick, and she's one of my high-end dollies, and she was reborn by the very talented master reborn artist Yaroslava Vyshkovskaya. And today I'm going to dress her into this beautiful floral dress. Isn't it gorgeous? It's got this really pretty rose floral design. There's lace, little sort of lace strips across the front. There's some lacy bits on the sleeves, and the sleeves are in a flutter style. You can see on the little tag here, this was a gift, and so I actually put the tag to remind me that this is for Anastasia. But the dress is beautiful, and this company looks like they're very ethical. They invest in better cotton. It's the C&A company, and down the back of the dress it's got these beautiful little buttons that go down a fair way, so that's going to make it easier to put the dress on her. I'm really excited to put this dress on her. It is so beautiful, and this dress is going to be perfect for participating in the Dolly Theme Sunday Best. And I also want to give a really big shout out to our dear friend Annette from Anne May's Lovely Place for gifting Annie this beautiful dress. We recently received this from Annetta in some happy mail, and we want to say thank you so much for your friendship, kindness and generosity. We really appreciate you, Annetta, and thank you so much for sending such a beautiful outfit for Anastasia. We really appreciate it. So let me begin with the story about how this little precious girl joined our nursery. I didn't think that I would ever have a Betty sculpt join my collection. This kit is a limited edition and it's long sold out. So I knew the only way I could get one would be if it was pre-loved. And I'm just going to pull off her little Easter outfit. This is what she was wearing for Easter. I absolutely love this little outfit on her. I'm going to keep her little tights on and her nursery shoes, but I'll just turn her over gently. So about 12 months before I got Annie, I purchased a couple of unmarked vintage dolls off Gumtree from a seller in my hometown. And when Totty and I entered into the seller's home, we saw that she was a really serious reborn doll collector, really serious, because she had the most amazing, just amazing reborn doll collection, all very high end. We're talking prototype quality. And she very kindly showed us her collection, which was just incredible. Every single doll, including this one, was stunning, and she just had a real knack for being able to display her dolls so beautifully in her nursery. Anyway, about a year later, this seller decided that she was going to sell off a large portion of her reborn collection as she was going on an overseas trip. In fact, she was going to, I think the plan was she was going to move and live permanently overseas, and she couldn't take her entire collection, so she was selling off most of the bigger dolls and just keeping, I think, some of the smaller ones. And the space was definitely a problem for her, so she was mainly keeping all her smaller ones. And a girlfriend I went to school with who also collects reborn dolls, she noticed that this woman had a couple of her dolls for sale on some of those reborn Facebook pages, and I'm not on Facebook, so she contacted me to see if I was interested in them. So she just did a couple of screenshots and sent through the photos, and then I asked her, who's the seller, where are they located? And when she told me the person's name, I immediately recognised it as the same person I had dealt with 12 months earlier with the vintage dolls. So I actually contacted this lady by phone because I had her telephone number, and I arranged to meet with her so that I could take a look at her Betty doll. And my original plan was to just purchase one doll, but that actually ended up turning into a couple more, but that's another story for another time. Anyway, Annie was exactly how I remembered her. She was beautifully made and painted, and she was very, very reasonably priced to sell quickly. In fact, she was an absolute bargain, which makes her even more special. Okay, Annie, let's gently get this over your head. I am so careful with this doll because she has such beautifully rooted hair, and you can see, look how beautifully her eyebrows have been done. She's just beautifully painted. This artist, Yaroslava, she is doing a lot of the prototype dolls now. A lot of the sculptors are getting her to do prototypes. So she's actually an amazing artist. This doll is just simply incredible. I can't believe she's in my collection. She's absolutely perfect in every way. Anyway, going back to my story, the seller was thrilled with me wanting to purchase little Annie and a few others because, there was no hassle with shipping, and she didn't live too far away. So it was just so easy to chat with her, and I said to her, look, I was going to go home and have a chat with my husband about the other dolls because there was more than one that I was interested in. And so the the transaction, the whole transaction just went really, really well. And we got on really well because previously, when I went to pick up the vintage dolls, we were chatting about the doll hobby. Her and I have been collecting probably around the same amount of time, which is over 40 years. And, you know, we ended up chatting for a couple of hours when I purchased the vintage dolls when Toddy was with me. And again, when I went over to look at this dolly, we chatted again. We had coffee and that type of thing. So overall, the transaction just went so perfectly. I came home and had a chat with my husband, and then we did the transfer, and then I made arrangements to pick up this little dolly. All right, let me just gently turn her over. I'm very, very careful with her. Okay, there we go. She's turned over now. So I actually brought this pretty girl home after she was paid for, and I brought her into the nursery, and I admired her for a long, long time, quite a long time before I shared her on our channel. I don't actually play with her as often as some of my reborn dolls, but that's because she's extra special to me. And, you know, I want to keep her in really good condition, so she's more of a display dolly, I guess, than a play one. Since Annie's arrival, I've actually had a few more high-end reborn dolls join our nursery, and I must admit that it has spoilt me, and I'm kind of a bit picky now when it comes to purchasing a reborn doll. Once you add a high-end reborn doll to your collection, it's very, very hard to go back from that. So that's the story about how little Annie came into our collection. We would love to hear from our viewers which doll in your collection is your favourite, and the story behind how they came into your collection. Please let us know down in the comments section below, or if you have a channel, you could explain it more by sharing it in an upcoming video. And if you do make a video, please tag us so that we can find it and watch it. Oh, look at little adorable Annie. She's so perfect. Let's do a final once-over of her outfit. Wow, this dress looks absolutely stunning on her. Oh, it is so pretty. You can see I've kept her tights on and her nursery shoes, but I'll just go in and do a close-up of the, you know, the little lacy bits that are on the dress. You can take a closer look at the details there. Oh, she looks lovely. Thank you so much, Auntie Annetta. This is really beautiful. It fits her perfectly. She's such a cutie pie. Thank you so much, Dolly friends, for joining us today. We hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow in our next video. So that's 1 week down with our 14-day challenge. 1 week to go. Yay! See you then. Bye for now.